Hello. So let's solve the Hindustan Times cryptic crossword today. Let's look at the first across clue, which says father getting payment from tenant. Father is pa. So we'll write here pa getting payment from tenant. When you get payment from tenant, that's called rent, right? So parent. What does it mean? He might have an issue. He might have an issue means parent has an issue means parent has a child. So the answer is parent. Let's look at one down. Basically, photographers love amazing zigzag arches in the marketplace. Now, whenever you see the word, basically it means it could be the starting letters of the words following it. So starting letters are PLAZA, which means marketplace. So plaza is the answer for this. Two down, if you look at a man from Moscow, so I don't need to read the clue. Man from Moscow would be a Russian. Discuss race with Scotsman. Let's leave it there. Then we come to three down. Three down says arranged light brunch mostly after dropping royal in entertainment joint. Arranged light brunch mostly after dropping royal in entertainment joint. It should be dropping royal. Okay, let's come to it later. Let's go to 8 across. Old man's learned quotation. Old man is again father. It could be father, which we said is pa. Learned. Learned man is a sage. So sage. Old man's means pause. So it is passage. Passage is a quotation. So that should be right. 4 across is sharp. Amateur detective investigating case primarily. Amateur is a private. Amateur detectives are basically detective is a CI and investigative. Sharp could be acidic. Let's try this. Sharp is acidic. Yep. Right. Now let's go to 5 down. Flyer that's often seen on a construction site. Flyer could be a bird. What is seen on a construction site? So this is a double definition. On a construction site, we see cranes, right? So crane is also a flyer, a bird. So crane is both a flyer and is often seen on a construction site. So that is the answer. 6 down, does poor saint occasionally put money in the bank? When you put money in the bank, you deposit money. So saint is ST and so if you look at it closely, does poor saint occasionally means you have to skip one letter. So D, you skip O, E, then you have DEP and then OSIT. So if you skip one letter in does poor saint, you get deposit, which means money in the bank. Let's go to 7 down. Animal on a branch can be seen by all at first except guide. Animal could be a cat. Branch is sometimes okay. Guide could be a catalog. So catalog is the answer. Then let's go to corrupt data, essentially at hospital, leading to a course towards conflict. Course towards conflict is a war path. So war path is your answer. Then 3 down, entertainment join. Okay, it could be a nightclub. Let's look at nightclub. I think that should be correct. 11 across, wise men joined by reportedly honest court official. Court official is a magistrate. PRATE, magistrate. That should be correct. In a singular performance, revolutionary in Colosseum. Revolutionary means you have to spell it backwards. So Colosseum, when you look at this, SOLO. SOLO is a singular performance. So solo is the answer. 13 across, recall almanac after firing associate. Almanac is annual. So you are firing associate means out of annual, you are removing A. So it means annual. ANNUL. That should be correct. High priest, extremely grandiose, has influence. High priest, extremely. Okay, extremely grandiose means you have to take G and E, the extreme letters, G and E. High priest, priest, high means it's an anagram of priest, and the meaning should be has influence. So influence is prestige. So you get prestige. Then let's go to 10 down. Expression of disapproval by rector held up by boy engaged in prayers, perhaps. Expression of disapproval by rector held up by boy engaged in prayers. It perhaps means it's an anagram of prayers. So it should be raspberry. Should be raspberry here. 13 down, her tactic bewildered Gaudi for one. Gaudi was an architect, so architect should be the right answer. Now, architect is an anagram of her tactic. Her tactic bewildered means the word bewildered tells us that her tactics anagram is our answer. Okay, let's go down to 15 down. Get rid of mice ultimately caught in shed. Get rid of mice ultimately. Get rid of is eradicate. So eradicate should be the answer here. Then let's go to 16 across. What one might do with eggs in a rush? You scramble. When you are in a rush, you scramble. This is again a double definition. What one might do with eggs and in a rush. Both can be said to scramble. Both can mean scramble. First off, model is generous. Generous is ample. Then let's look at 20 across. European port guarded by frigates. So within frigates, you have Riga. Riga is a European port. Yeah. 17 down, a district employee on vacation is recipient of a prize, is an awardee. Awardee should be correct. Then we go down to this fantastic caught alpine bird. Alpine bird is a pelican, so we get it here. Then 21 across is oddly a trial held in shopping center for Kung Fu, perhaps. Kung Fu is, okay, 7-3. So Kung Fu is a martial art. So martial art should get us the answer. 23, the French. The in French is la, L-E, and the German. In German, the is der. So L-E, and American directors are basically leaders. So leaders should be our answer. 21 down, man mainly seen outside old city creating artwork. It's mural. Because we have checking letters, we can get the answers fast. High-pitched voice is treble. I don't need to read the clue. 24 across, graduate, extremely lethargic, working at unknown. Gallery. Graduate is BA. It could be MA also, but BA. Let's try. Extremely lethargic. So as we said, it's the extreme letters of the word lethargic, which is L and C. So BALC. Working at is on. Working at means on. Unknown could be X, Y, or Z, but Y fits in. and balcony is a gallery. So that's the answer. 22 down is hairdresser in service demonstrates. Wash is rinse. So rinse is the answer here. And then we have the last across clue, guy hoarding bread. Essentially, that is an ungenerous person. Ungenerous person is a meanie. And that's how we complete the puzzle. Thank you very much.